we've gone out, we've ninny bung. I'm Engineer Hoist, and my camera seems to be frozen. I hope that's not what's going to you guys, because that's a weird looking face, and I'm sure that'll be a meme. Okay, let's see if I can change something here. No? Oh boy. That was working fine before. Oh my goodness. It's just stuck there. Oh. Let's try this again. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this up here. And oh my goodness. Hang on. Oh goodness. Let's see. Where are we going? Nope. Nope. Still there. Okay. Let's see. It looks like it's moving now. Okay, so yeah, that was crazy that it ended up on that particular face, but the joys of life. Technical issues happen all the time. Okay, so let's try this again. Bawi Grana Weep Ninny Bung. I'm Engineer Hoist, and welcome to our weekly Transformers Earthwars news stream that actually has a working camera now. Let's say hi to everybody in the chat over here. Christian Cruz is here, Crusher11, Grand Galvatron, Fong Vang, TG Twisted, PB Chu, who's got something to show us a little bit later. Grind Time, welcome my friend, Monkey Man, Big D, Grand Galvatron, El Takuche, and I'm looking back through, I'm sorry if I missed other people, William Wilkinson, Silverbolt, a lot of familiar faces, and a lot of new names. Probably I know you guys from other places. It's just got different names here and all that I got to get used to. But yeah, so we're going to talk about the upcoming event. We're going to take a look at the new combat bots that are coming. And that's pretty much it for the news. But I do have a whole bunch of crystals to crack. And as you can tell by the garb, we're going to be taking a look at my Decepticon account because I got that loaded on my iPad, and I've been playing that a little bit more. And we may be seeing more of that on the channel here in the future. And we got some kind of an alert, but for some reason it didn't show up on the screen. So thank you to whoever did whatever you just did. Okay. Let's head over to talk about the Transformers Earth Wars news. This weekend's event is called Unstable Bonds. Take part in this weekend's event to win up to 500,000 Troop XP items. Those are always good if you're leveling your bots, as I am in my Decepticon account, which has been sitting abandoned pretty much for about the past 2 or 3 years. So this is going to be a great event for me. And also the 20 million Energon and Alloy. I'm going to love that on my other account. 10,000 premium shards, 3,000 3-star shards, 1,000 4-star shards, a gold power core, and 50,000 spark combiner and regular and combat spark. So it's going to a lot of good resources. This basically the same stuff we got in the last individual event, which is what this is. So it seems to be the new normal for individuals, at least for now. The event will start at the usual Friday start time, end at the usual Monday stop time. One big prize list and triple XP throughout the event. Got to be headquarters level 4. Hit that yellow event button, pick your zone, win your battle, win the points, and collect your prizes. The event battle zones are the standard battle zones. And here is a summary of the prizes. The event is to 10,000 for the majority of the prizes. There are some total spark crystals if you continue past 10,000 points. If you want to continue to get the triple XP. And there are prizes all throughout. So if you can't hit these numbers that I have here, you'll still get some of this, but you have to hit those numbers to get all of it. So there you go. And if you do go beyond and you get the total spark crystals, it's the same ones that we've been seeing all along. equal chance at 5,000, 7,500, or 10,000 of any of the 3 types of spark. So let's talk about the new C.O.M.B.A.T bots. We don't know what their abilities are yet, but we do know who they are, and we actually found out who they were last week, but we have their bios this week. The first one is Redheat for the Autobots. Where others fear to tread, Redheat goes with wild abandon, never stopping to consider the odds. The more the adrenaline rush, the better he likes it. And with some of the best thermal insulation at his disposal, he can really stand the heat. And I do happen to have a version of Redheat. He came in the Rescue Patrol pack, I believe, as part of Siege. So he's not one of the randos that they've gone back into the Transformers archives and found. He is a fairly recent figure. So there he is. He transforms into an itty-bitty fire truck. And yeah, so there you go. It's cool. We'll find out what these guys do next week. The other guy, by the way, Bombshock. Years of unrelenting combat have toughened Bombshock up to the point where he's virtually insensate, oblivious to pain, and very difficult to even dent. The hard knocks have boiled him down to the rotten core, and he lives purely for the next ballistic confrontation and butting of heads. I do actually have this guy as well. He was part of, I want to say, the military patrol in Earthrise. He came with paired with Growl. And Redheat was, I don't remember his partner, but he was a little police car. This guy, he turns into basically a tank. You can tell he's got the treads on the sides, and he's got the big turret there sticking out the back. So there you go. I see new people joining us. Welcome, welcome. We're just going through the news. Individual event this weekend. If you played the last individual event, same prizes. And that's basically it for those guys for right now. Another bit of news. We have this from time to time. There's a tug of war event. So if you and your alliance participate in wars between this Thursday, tomorrow, if you're watching live, and next Thursday for a week, it's the tug of war event. Basically, it's wars as normal, but you get triple alloy, energon, spark, and every league gets 1,000 premium shards for a win, as opposed to just the tiered amount of premium shards. So there you go. So if you guys like to war, you get if you win, you get better prizes this week. Also, first newsletter of the month was today. So as they've started to do for the past, I want to say this is the 3rd month they've done it. They did send out a monthly gift. It's the same as it's been, so this looks to be a pretty standard thing. The prizes are, or the gift is a silver XP core, 5,000 premium shards, 10,000 spark, 10,000 combiner spark, and 10,000 combat spark. If you head over to my Discord, which I'm putting a link in the live chat, is also a link in the video description. Head on over there, go look to the Loot Lakes channel, and that link is there. And anytime they put out a public multi-use link, we're trying to make sure we get those links in there. So that's just one of the many reasons why you should head on over to my Discord channel and join up and hang out. And also, well, probably should have taken this slide out today, but we do weekly giveaways over there to give away Engineer, Hoist, Secret Stash Crystals, where you have a chance to win up to 10,000 Premium Shard Spark, Combiner Spark, or Combat Spark. We normally run those from right before we start the stream for a full day. It gives you a chance to go. It's a simple react to a post, and it gives you an entry. We're not doing one this week because I don't have the loot links yet, but go ahead and join up because I expect to get the loot links in time for next week's. And whatever prizes were going to come this week are also going out next week, so it'll be double your chance to win next week. So go ahead and join up. The link is in the chat, in the description, and on screen right now. Head on over there, come on and say hi and hang out. And just a reminder to everybody, you guys who have already are watching live, you know that we're streaming on YouTube, and anybody who happens to be catching the replay, we are doing the streams on YouTube now. We moved over here from Twitch. This is the second week we're doing this in youtube.com/engineerhoist, and chances are if you're watching this video, you're already there, but you might be watching in your feed or wherever, but that's the actual link to the channel. And I don't have a slide for it, but if you're able to help out, I do offer channel memberships where for as little as $1 a month, you can join up and can support the channel. I do have some custom emojis you can use in the chat, plus you also, your name stands out in the chat with like a special like green color or something. Completely optional, but it is there for you if you choose. And one last way that you can follow me if you want, Instagram and Twitter at Engineer Hoist for infrequent behind-the-scenes content. Basically, I don't post there very much, but I do, and if you're interested, I do throw up pictures of my toys every so often. So that's basically it for the news. We'll take another look at these little C.O.M.B.A.T toys. Now that we've got the screen up. Grind Time made Jazz dance with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much for demonstrating the other way that you can. Oh look, my integration's working. It's got my lights blinking. I set that up a while ago. It's the first time I've actually seen that happen. Cool. But so that's another way you can support. If you don't want to sign up for a recurring kind of a payment, you could always throw a couple bucks using the super chat thing. But let's try. Here we go. Let's try this again. Red Heat's kind of just like, actually they're both kind of off to the side. But anyway, there they are. Bombshock Redheat. Those are the figures. As you can tell by my hands, they are pretty small. I am pretty big, but I'm not a giant. So yeah. They're Micromasters. You guys know how big Micromasters are. They're pretty tiny. So, and Bombshock doesn't want to stand up, so that's fine. He can lay down. Yeah, and Red Heat about fell over, but I think he's resting on the ladder that's on his back. So, cool. Yeah, yeah, that was pretty cool. Thanks for that. I was just like, hey, let's go ahead and try this little. If this then that thing, and make the lights blink, and so yeah, I honestly forgot I did that until it happened. All right, so what were we gonna do? Okay, crystal cracking. Do you guys want to see Autobot crystals or Decepticon crystals first? I got about 5 times as many Autobot crystals as I do Decepticon crystals. Decepticons is just premiums. VIP rewards, because even though the account's been inactive for a few years, I was VIP before, so I still get the VIP crystals. And I did buy a bundle on the Autobot account last week, so let's see. Monkey Man doesn't care which one, he just says go to Dupe City. Well, we're gonna do both, but I can only do one at a time. I got a vote for bots, a vote for cons, another cons. Okay, more coming in for cons. All right, so going to also debut a new thing. I figured. Well, first of all, the iPhone is extra wide. The newer ones, they made the screen extra wide. It's cool for using the phone, but it's bad for streaming because it doesn't quite fit in the normal window. The iPad's even worse because it's practically a square. So with that, I'm going to be redoing my little overlay a little bit. So first thing that I did, playing around with that to try to make it clear that we're talking Decepticons, not just my garb. I figured I would go and do a little bit of a color change. Now, I do have to switch the audio from... the audio is coming from my iPhone right now. And, I can't actually change it for some reason. I was able to do it before I started streaming. Now I can't change it. Okay, well, let's go without audio for a second. Oh, I think somehow I started... No. Alright, so... Stand by. I'm gonna get the audio back. I tried it out before. This is my first time doing it, and it was working fine before we got going. And I think we're... Okay, so it sounds like the sounds are coming from the iPad now. Okay, by the way, shout out to the C.O.M.B.A.T X PPX Alliance. They accepted me into their Vehement Alliance, which is kind of like a mid-tier alliance. And yeah, Volcanica69 says we're in the same alliance. Oh, cool. Yeah, and I know Sharksea and Bruticus, longtime viewers. They actually brought me over there because they're kind of big deals over there. So let's go ahead and fire this up. So we've got 35 crystals there. We'll take a look. I figured it's probably worth taking a look at the squad that I have too, or my team, the bots that I have. We'll take a look at that here once we get through these crystals. Yes, Monkey Man, there's a pretty good chance of dupes because I do have quite a few bots, but there's also a lot that I'm still missing. Don't have anywhere near the amount of bots that I do on my Autobot account. And that's enough talking. Let's go ahead and go. Firefly 123. Oh yeah, I recognize you, our officer. So give you a salute there, my friend. Oh, look at this second crystal. Here we go. VIP Beast Wars Megatron. Yes. See that growl means yes. So, that's great. But man, my line for my lab is so long, so long. All right. So that ruined your dupe city there, Monkey Man, because we got a new bot already. That was a counterpart to Monkey Prime, obviously. So that's kind of fitting that he would show up. There we go. We've got Rodimus Unicronus, or we call him. We got to throw Lemmy in there, but is it Lemmy Rodimus or Lemmy Unicronus? Ah, sure. Because he's got like the the mustache and all that. But really cool toy. I like that toy a lot more. I've said it before. If you're a regular viewer, I like that toy a lot more than I thought I would. Yeah, there's a lot more dupes to come. Yeah, no doubt. I just started going. I totally forgot to do them 10 at a time. Next time we get to 10 at a time, I'll hit that button. We got 7 more to get to. I'm just so used to just cracking them open one at a time. Because I've been doing it so long, I sometimes forget that that times 10 button's even there. But I definitely remember when it's combat bots, because man, those things take forever to crack, because you can just get so many of them. Okay, well you guys are getting a preview of some of the bots that I have, like the 3-star Scrapper, and what was the other one that went by? I don't remember. I know there was another 3-star went by. Always hard to tell whether that's Thundercracker or Skywarp when they're in the hologram mode. No mistaking Death Chicken, though. Do have a 3-star version of him. I don't have a 4-star, though. Really would like to get a 4-star Death Chicken. Alright, so let's hit that X10, and let's do 10 at a time for this last set here. The Scavenger. Got a 4-star of that guy. Got a 4-star of that guy. I think Mixmaster is my first 4-star I got on this account. Off-road, I think I got a 4-star of him. No, that 3-star is the highest I got, the one we just got earlier. Well, I guess I have a 3-star Dirge. I couldn't remember. I think I got a 4-star Barricade. Got a 3-star Razor Claw. Oh, there's one there. We already saw Scavenger. There's Megatron. I actually got a 4-star Megatron. 4-star Nightbird I have. Yeah. Of course, these were all 2, except for those couple of guys. That's fine. So we had a little surprise on the second crystal, but so far it has been Dupe City. Well, it looks like we got a new crystal to crack. It's probably a 3-star crystal, considering how many 2-stars we've had come through here. There's Gnaw. There's Scrapper again. TG Twist is asking, anyone know who the next Autobot combiner could be? I love that you guys are always looking down the road before these combiners even come out. You're already talking about who the next one's gonna be. Yeah. Yeah, yes, Firefly, I'll show you my cons. That way you can judge my account. There's a Shockwave. There we go. Alright, so... Any good cores? Nah, all silver stuff. Alright, one last... I'm not going to waste any crystals on Autobots. I've only used the Autobots maybe once or twice on this account. None of them are over 10. And I don't intend to use the Autobots on this account because unlike my main account where I've got some pretty high level bots and ended up leveling my cons quite a bit, I will not use the Autobots on this account. So this is what I tell people who aren't quite at such a high level. Don't use your opposite faction. Well, I'm living it on this account here. So we're going to go over to the 3-star crystal. We got to turn off the X10, crack that, and we're just finishing off Dupe City with Mind Wipe. Alright, so let's go over there. Well, I guess we did get him new, but we didn't get his story because I don't remember if he even had a story when he came out, but pretty sure I have the 2-star of him. Alright, so the team. So there we go. Blitzwing is a fairly recent addition. I really grinded him hard. I actually coined some levels this past weekend because I knew he would be good. And I got a lot of those XP boost achievements. So I threw some of those XPs into him and got him quite a bit. I would have had more stuff leveled this past weekend, but I ran out of Energon. So I couldn't even, and I was not going to spend coins on Energon. I think Sunstreaker Waza made that very clear earlier in the stream, and I 100% occurred. Do not spend coins on Energon. But it was an event, so I was trying to help out get the prizes on that. Oh, I got another crystal to crack. I almost forgot. But here we go. Yeah, so I got all of these guys. Most of these 4-stars, except between Blitzwing and Megatron, I've actually had for a while. Viper was my very first one. Now that I remember, Viper was my first one. Mixmaster came shortly after. But yeah, there's my Megatron. He's waiting for a lab at 40. I think so is Scavenger. We'll just keep going down. So I got a lot of good bots. Most of these guys on the bottom row, I'm pointing at the iPad like you can see it. But start from Cybertron, Starscream, all the way down through Breakneck. Those guys are all fairly recent. When I started this up last week, I had like 190 crystals, and I wasn't sure if I was going to cover the account, and I ended up cracking them all. In hindsight, I should have saved it for a massive crystal cracking. But all of these, well, maybe not all of them, but probably half of these guys down here on these 2 rows came from those 190. Also got a lot of 3-stars from that bundle there. So so we're going through here. I am using a lot of these 3-stars quite a bit. So I got Sentius Malice there, but I actually had to level him quite a bit. C.O.M.B.A.T actually was very new. I got him from this past weekend, and I immediately got him as high as I could level 30, and he's in my outpost. So there we go, and I'm just still trying to work on some of these. It's just kind of hard to go. I'm close to being able to have Lyle Kaiser on this one, but I am missing Drillhorn and Guyhawk at least a 3-star level. So there we go, and that pretty much gets me down to my 3 stars, and I got a bunch of 2 stars, but nobody cares about them. If you're wondering about the combiners, here's what I'm doing on combiners, and I didn't even see your comment there, Ninja Master Builder, but yeah. So I got Predaking. I recently just unlocked him because it took me forever to even get a 3-star dive bomb. So I'm busy trying to get him leveled up because I really do like Predaking. In addition to him, Menasor just came quick. I actually had all 4 of these Stunticons and without getting a 3-star Menasor, and I just got the 3-star Menasor. I'm saying Motormaster. I'm saying Menasor, but I meant Motormaster. I did not have a 3-star or 4-star Motormaster, but I just got the 3-star. So I was able to get him leveled. So here's where I am on Abominus. I'm missing Blot, so I'd like to see Blot show up at some point. I have not done the campaign for Overlord yet. I will do that. If not live, I'll at least record it. There's my Devastator. He was the first one that I had. I got him shortly after they released the Combiners. In fact, when they released him, I was missing Scavenger. But I got the 4-star Scavenger pretty quick afterwards. And so I was able to combine him. He's my strongest so far at just a level 6 3-star. And there's Bruticus. I leveled him during the time when it was just him and Devastator. So there we go. So that's my combiner situation. The other crystal that I remembered that I have to crack, because PPX Vehemence, I'm hoping I'm saying that right, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. We did make it to the point where we could get the 2 and I'm going to get the 3-star just in case. We could get the 3 and 2-star Snapdragon. So those are my other crystals to crack. Yes, indeed. I don't even remember which one's which. So there's a 2-star Snapdragon. Christian Cruz, yes, this is my second account, and the 3-star Snapdragon. I was very happy that we were able to reach this level, and there we go. I didn't think he was coming back. So there we go. There is Snapdragon. So another bot to add to the list of what I need to level. Oh, and we've got some story. I am not one of those people who skips the story. We're going to read the story. Although I may skip it when we crack Snapdragon on the other account. Because actually, it'll probably be a different story, won't it? So, okay, I guess we'll get 2 stories to read. Would you look at what bit of flotsam and jetsam washed up on our doorstep? Yeah, I can't quite bring the name to mind, but the stench is quite unmistakable. Ha! I could almost be forgiven for thinking you weren't happy to see me again, Bludgeon. Face it, Snapdragon, you're about as welcome around here as a bad dose of scraplets. Unless, Viper, this is some groveling effort on Snapdragon's part to reinvigorate himself with us. In which case, there's some amusement value to be had. Such hostility. You'd think none of you's ever put your own personal advancement above the Decepticon cause. Yeah, but a merc? Even I got standards. What can I say, Viper? I'm good at what I do, and okay, what I do isn't nice, but I do it best alone. So what are you doing back here? Seems Megatron doesn't share your opinion of me, Octopunch. In fact, he intimated someone with my entrepreneurial zeal was exactly what he needed right now. And being a triple changer doesn't hurt none either, I suppose. Anyway, suck it up, boys. Snapdragon's back, whether you like it or not. That was a fun story. And you'll only find it here on Engineer Hoist channel. I don't know, Skywalker might do it. But yeah, so there we go. I saw some of you guys asking to do a battle. We're not going to do that right now. Let's go ahead and move over to back over to the Autobots. We'll do some crystal cracking over there, and maybe after we get done with that, we'll come back to the Decepticon account. So let's see. So that'll put me over here, and let me switch the audio back. So that worked the way I expected this time. Okay, so now I am considering. So if you guys liked that that other overlay with the iPad with the dark mode with the purple, I'll look back through the chat because I was honestly I wasn't paying attention to you guys. I mean, you saw I was doing stuff in the game, but I'll look back see if you guys liked it because I'm thinking about doing another one maybe like with the red for the Autobots. I also happen to have a green mode since Engineer Hoist is green. So I don't. So in case we were doing something non-faction specific, we might do like a green mode. So, but yeah, I only made the Decepticon one for now, and I had these already playing around, so I just kind of tweaked them a little bit to bring them onto the stream. So I didn't have a red one handy, otherwise I'd be showing that one off too. But I'm thinking about doing making one for the Autobot side too. Like I said, there's definitely other layout tweaks more than just colors that I'm going to need to do. So I see some of you guys are liking it. PPX saying love it. Put Snapdragon and company into battle. We did Snapdragon last week. Trust me, man, I got 163 crystals to go through, so we're going to be here for a little while. Maybe we'll do it a little bit later, but we got other stuff to cover before we get out of here. There were some pretty big toy reveals that I want to talk about. So we got some gold power core chips, so we're going to crack these first. Might as well do it on the green screen, right? This is a dark mode. Oh, that's not that. I'm going on about the overlay, and I'm almost missing a G Metal Rejuvenate. So that's a good core to have. I'm happy about that pull. And that's that's a BuildBot core. You know, I think this is the first gold BuildBot core that I got. I've been actually holding off on leveling the BuildBots until I got some decent cores. Well, now I have one, so now I need to level at least one BuildBot. Gonna be Dupe Country today? Oh my goodness! And now a G Metal BuildBot core? Well, now that's two BuildBots I'm gonna have to level. Yeah, keep calling for dupes, man. I'm getting good core pulls out of here. Okay, I don't need this. I already have these, so I'm good on that one. And that one's Target Protocol. I'm pretty set on my mortars, so that one's going to be food. Okay, so well, I guess I got some silver ones. This is going to be anticlimactic after those, unless we get lucky and get the. Lucky to somehow miraculously get a G Metal. I don't even know if that's even possible. I think it's like a super minuscule chance out of like a silver chip. Yeah, so these are all food. There we go. Alright. So we have two Con 3-star crystals, we have a 4-star crystal, we got 51 premiums. 30 of those are from the VIP, and 5 of them are from the monthly gift, and the rest are from the event last weekend. And before I forget, I'm going to go ahead and back out of here, because there's another couple of crystals I need to go ahead and collect as we scroll forever. Okay, I'm going to skip Scattershot and Grapple for now. I'm going to go ahead and get Snappy. And because I've got Scattershot crystals, and I think I have Grapple crystals. So before I go and spend the shards on the 3 stars, I want to go ahead and crack those crystals. So there we go. There's those guys. What do you say? Let's go ahead and crack open Snapdragon now. We'll go out and get his story, then we'll come back in and get comfortable. Yeah, thank you for the reminder to hit the X10 button. I forgot that earlier. So there's the 3-star. Yes, we did. We made it to get the 3-star on this Nontoxic Gamers Autobot account as well. So I was very happy that we were able to hit that goal. So I'm proud of everybody. We really came together and got it done. Because we missed out on Grapple. We did not get high enough to get Grapple at 3-star during that event. Alright, Snapdragon story for the Autobot side. Grand Galvatron, I hope you're recording. Because I know you're collecting these for an archive or whatever. Alright, RC says, is it me or did a bad smell just blow in? Yeah, I'm getting a distinctly bottom of the barrel bouquet. Ha! Okay, it's starting to sound familiar. You Autobots crack me up. Strange how when you need me, all that scorn and disdain goes right out the porthole. What I can't figure, Snapdragon, is what curdles my lubricant most. Decepticon. Ex-Decepticon. Horrorcon. Strictly speaking, RC, that appellation was the equivalent of Decepticon graffiti. Or mercenary. Yeah, it really is a triumvirate of tawdriness, isn't it? Tell you what, Snapdragon, why don't you hop into one of your assorted alt modes and waft right out of here again? Largely because, Sideswipe, I'm here at your boss's invitation. See, he knows I get the job done, without my hands all tied up by that pesky Autobot code. Pretty sad state of affairs when we gotta resort to such underhand tactics. Hey, it's a dirty job, but someone's gotta do it. Yeah, ha. That's the mock laughter. Ha. All right, let's get back to the crystals. Dino Toys and 3, you're in the Alliance Dino Strumyer. Oh, cool, man. Cool. All right, let's get these con crystals out of the way because we've seen enough cons. Hey, look, it's another 3-star Megatron, Beastor's Megatron, and Thrust. That's one I'd like to have over there on my con account, which I don't have yet, except I think at 2-star. All right, let's get these premiums. I'm gonna do one because it's at 51. I'm gonna do one, then I'm gonna turn on the X10. All right, so that's a duplicate Snarl. Now this is going to be Dupe City, Dupe Country, what do we say, Dupe Planet? Dupatron. That's that, yeah, I said I was going to steal that from Sunstreaker Waza's stream. Matt Polly, I think, was the one who actually came up with it. He said he wanted credit, so there's your credit. It's mine now. Star Saber. Pipes. Power Glide. Christopher Cruz, thanks. Yeah, thanks. I've got quite a few hats. This is. I have another one where it's kind of like Megatron. It's got a cartoonish Megatron under the brim too, but that's not this one. It's kind of hard to tell, but I think it's Megatron inside the logo there. So, yeah, I always thought it was pretty cool. There's also kind of like an outline of Megatron. That's his fusion cannon right there. Any decent cores out of that? No. I got the X10 button going now. There's definitely some food cores. I'll tell you. You know, I've been trying to level the one Prime core to level 20 to get that reward, that achievement. And I tell you, I'm at level 19 now, and it's going to take forever just to get from 19 to 20. It's almost not worth it. So it takes a lot of cores and a lot of energon when you're trying to push those last couple of levels on a power core up to 20. Anything decent out there? Got a G1 hotspot, silver. I'm pretty sure I have the gold on my 4-star, but I could put that on my 3-star hotspot. Not that I ever use them. Pretty much my 3-stars get to level 40 and then they sit there because I just don't have space in the lab. We got dupes in the gates. We got dupes in the walls. Dupes. I'm trying to say that fast like Blur, because I got your reference there. We got dupes in the gates, dupes in the walls. Dupes. If we crack the bots on the walls, and they're still in the air. If we crack them in the air, they're still in the gates. Well done, Monkey Man. Well done. I actually just watched that movie. I think it was last night. Anytime he comes on, I try to say what he says with him, but I'm just never fast enough. John Machida is a legend. As a Micro Machines guy, if you remember Micro Machines back in the day, he's the Micro Machines guy. And yeah, all food cores out of there. Haven't gotten lucky out of these. That's fine. Get all the terrible dupes out of the way on these premiums, and give me the 4 stars from the bundle. That's what I want. Those are the bots that I really wanted. The bots from the bundles.
Now, reap the whirlwind. Attack.
I'll keep saying Dupe City, but you know, if you for just $1 a month, if you become a member, I'm pretty sure I put that Dupe City emoji in there that you can spam that emoji, save you the typing. All right, so there we go. 10 more. Oh, while we're going through this, there was, I was trying to get pictures of just the crystals, and the best way to do that is hit the little question mark on their crystal, because then it's a clearer picture that you can take, and so you can cut out the crystal. Trying on the Trailbreaker crystal, I tried to do that, but I missed and actually tapped one. The one crystal that opened was my 3-star Trailbreaker I was missing. So, now you're all caught up. 3-star Trailbreaker did come from the bundle. With an accidental tap where I missed the question mark. So, saw a 6-gun go by there. Man, I'd love to get a 4-star of him, but can't seem to find him. That's all 2-star Dupe City there. Silver G1 Cup. That's my first time seeing a cup, though. I'm not sure what core I have on my cup, but I'm sure it's not something I'd want to replace with this silver, even the G1. Okay, so let's go ahead and do these Trailbreaker crystals. We'll do 10 of those. Got light speed. So this is probably another Dupe City, since I do have all of the Trailbreakers. Got the 4-star, the 3-star just recently, like I said, from this bundle already. Accidentally the other day. And the 2-star we got from the event. Inferno likes running that siren, I'll tell you what.
Roll out.
There he is. There's Strafe.
Attack. Roll out.
All 2-star Dupe City on that one. Still all food cores.
Roll out.
Mike Burgee, late to the show. Hey, it's okay. It'll be up there for watching later, like it usually is. So yeah, I'm trying out. I saw you notice the border. I'm just kind of trying out some new things, because I'm bringing the iPad into the game with my Decepticon account. So I made one purple for the Decepticons, but because of the screen, like if you notice the black border above and below the game, that's because the new iPhone is wider, so it doesn't fit into the window as well, and the iPad's even worse. So I need to adjust the layout of the overlay a little bit, and I figured I might as well play around with some colors too. So there we go. So we did find another 3-star Trailbreaker and also a 3-star Cybertron Jetfire in there. Wouldn't mind having a 4-star of that guy. I do have a 4-star Cybertron Starscream over on my con account. This is a Silver G1 Sunstreaker core. Pretty sure I don't want to change out what I have for a silver, but maybe I think it's a. I think I have a volatile mixture on them. I can't remember. Alright, so we'll do these last 4 one at a time. We got a Dust Up, we got a Warp Path. Got a Sandstorm. And last Trailbreaker crystal gives us a Trailbreaker, fittingly. It's just a 2-star though. That's fine. I got the 4-star already. Okay, so this next one, these are, I believe, grapple crystals. I'm going to try to hit that. Yep, so there you go. See, this is why I didn't want to spend those character shards, just in case we're lucky enough to get grapple out of this set of crystals here. I mean, the 3-star grapple. Not that we already had the 2-star. Bundle's like, well, here's your grapple. It's like, no, that's not the grapple I wanted, game. Oh, 4-star Jetfire. That's getting me closer to a 5-star crystal. I'm getting pretty close. I think I'm over 4,000 now so I'm getting still 2 or 3 dupes away, I think. Hope that wasn't my 1 4-star I'm going to get out of this bundle.
The whirlwind. Deploy.
There's another grapple.
Roll out.
I still think it's funny they've got his little grapple thing just sticking off the side of his head. Oh, and we got a G-Metal volatile mixture from that Jetfire. I like it. I like it. Oh, I thought it was going to light up for a second there. Nope. We got Pyromagnet, we got Firefly. We got Gnaw. We got Grapple. Oh, here we go. 3. That's why I didn't use the shards. There we go. We got the 3-star grapple. Oh, back to back, baby. Boom. Yes, sir. 3-star, then the 4-star. Yes. I like this new overlay. It's doing well for this crystal cracking. Ha ha ha. It has nothing to do with it, but but I'll give it credit. Oh, there's a nice streak of grapples there. Yeah, Rip Dupe City, indeed. And there was another 3-star grapple there for good measure. Yeah, buddy, check that out. Back to back. Well, even it was the 2, the 3, the 4, then 2 more 2s. That was 5 in a row. That's crazy. Yeah. So, Rip Dupe City, yeah. All right. So, yeah, I don't care about the cores this time. I got the big prize. We'll go ahead and crack these last 5 because might as well. Because you still could get like, hey, if I get a duplicate 4-star grapple. That's just closer to a 5-star crystal. Could be another duplicate 4-star. You know. Yeah. You can call me moist all you want. You're not gonna bother me at this point. I'm riding high with this grapple thing. Although I would like Scattershot because to get me closer to. Because Computron's coming out soon, and I'm missing Lightspeed and Scattershot at the 4-star. Got them all. Well, I don't have the Scattershot at 3-star, but I can easily get them because I got the shards for them. But I want the 4-star. This next batch is so these are Hoist, and we've got all the Hoist. Let's see. Do we want to go for the Hoist or do we want to do Scattershot? Let's do Hoist right now. We'll go see that. Then we'll go Scattershot after that. We got grapples in the air, grapples in the walls. Hoist has actually been doing really good on my squad that I have Monkey Prime on because I find that. Hey, there's a dupe 4-star. I find that when you've got that battle orders in effect, the bots tend to kind of group together, especially if it's not a very spread out base. They tend to be grouped together and kind of so his little area of effect boost works really well. So, and got a G-Metal Wall Buster. And gold flak jacket. I've got like a whole shelf full of gold flak jackets. Red alert! What's going on, my friend? Oh, look at that! Another 4-star duplicate. Strafe this time. That's not the Technobot I wanted. Of course, the one I want's not in this batch, but they're not in these crystals though, so that's fine. Still, inching ever closer to that 5-star crystal. Jeanette Going's got a 4-star clip jumper. That's cool. Yeah. Not the strongest bot in the world, but his little glass gas rockets can work really well with like Prowl or Sunstreaker or Jazz. If they're just a little shy of taking out some defenses. So let's see. So we got a guided missiles. We got another zone heal. Another zone heal. Oh man, I'm going to have to level up some build bots here. I don't think I need the guided missiles, but yeah, we'll do these last 5. Sentius Magnus. Senti-Mags. I don't know if I've said that on stream before, but when I see him in the game, I always think, oh, it's old Senti-Mags. I don't know why. Red Alert got home from a Target run, picked up a Studio Series Bumblebee movie Starscream. It's interesting that you say that, because we haven't quite made it to the haul portion of this video. And I just spoiled it by being coy. Yeah. Alright, so here we go. We've got Scattershot crystals now. Let's go. Looking for a 3 and a 4. That's the 2. See, William Edward Hackman got a 3-star Ripper Snapper from a 3-star crystal. Nice. I do like Ripper Snapper and Slash. Pretty good bots.
Attack! Now, reap the whirlwind.
Speaking of Slash,
Now, reap the whirlwind.
there's more Scattershot. Still can't seem to find anything more than the 2-star. There's Punch. That was a 2-star dupe city. Didn't even get any cool cores. Oh, we got a double. That's probably just. We got a 2 double tactician. I guess that's an upgrade. Sometimes you get 2 of them. Kind of like when you gave out bronze cores, you used to get sometimes a silver one. Shoulder pads Prime. Allison Jones, new to the channel. Welcome, welcome.
Reap the whirlwind. Now,
Still just the 2-star Scattershot.
whirlwind.
Brainstorm. Ultra Magnus. Drift.
Bumblebee.
And I didn't have to say it because Optimus Prime said it for me. It's all 2 stars, man. All 2 stars. What's going on? It's like they forgot to load the 3 and 4 stars into these Scattershot crystals. There's Chromia, 2-star duplicate. Storm Clash. Skylinks. Warpath. And the last Scattershot crystal is going to be a 2-star duplicate. At least it was Scattershot. Wow. All 2 stars out of the Scattershot crystals. Where do I file a complaint? Let me speak to your manager. I'm just kidding. Alright, let's go see what we got. So probably 3-star crystals. Whoa, look at that. We got a bunch of them. See, there you go. There's my closeness to a 5-star crystal. So that's probably, what, 3 more duplicates I need? And I'll probably be 1 closer because I do have a 4-star crystal over there. I'm going to go use that on my Decepticon side because I've got all the 3-star Autobots except for the ones that I have to spend shards on if I want to. Let's go see what kind of 3-star Decepticon duplicates we get. We got a Ramjet. Oh, that's a Dirge. Okay, it looked like Ramjet to me. Looked like it was white. Just like Skywarp and Thundercracker, it's hard to tell in that hologram form. That one's unmistakably Swindle, of course. Couple of G1 Swindle, Silver G1 Swindle, of course. And a Long Haul. There we go. And one more. We're actually getting a new 3-star Decepticon on the Autobot account. This is... oh, what is that? C.O.M.B.A.T. Nice. Very cool. Alright. 4-star crystal time. Probably 99% chance of a duplicate, but it might be a new one. Let's see what we get. It's Cliff Jumper. Hey, it's just like who was it? Shanice, I think it was earlier. Got a 4-star Cliff Jumper. Same deal. There we go. It's your fault. Just kidding. All right, so there we go. There we go. Crystal cracking done. Well, that took forever, didn't it? Sharksy says, I could use the C.O.M.B.A.T. Ha! Well, I've got him on both of my accounts. Oh, man. Dino Toys and Things wants to do a Transformer stop motion. What bots do you recommend? Oh, I don't know, man. I don't have the patience to do stop motion. I would say whatever ones you have, man. All right, so I haven't done this that new overlay for everything. I just had one test set up for the for that iPhone one. Plus, I also, if anybody who wasn't watching earlier, I did also create a purple one here for the Decepticon side. So, oh, you said there's two grapples. Yeah, that happens sometimes. If you do a crystal cracking and you get two things, you sometimes get them both walking. TG Twisted, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you making Jazz dance for us. So he's asking, who do you think will be the next Autobot and Decepticon combiner after Lyle Kaiser and Computron? No idea, man. Honestly, I don't think Space Ape even knows. But we can speculate here. I'll head back over to the camera for this. On the Decepticon side, there is still Piranacon, or some may know him as King Poseidon. That for the Decepticons, who is still out there, and they did just recently get Generation Selects releases last year. We've seen him on this channel because as they came in, I showed them off in my haul section of the streams, and so that is a definite possibility. Honestly, I thought Piranacon was going to be this one because they just came out, you know, because that's usually what they try to do. But we didn't. We got Lyle Kaiser, so. Piranacon / King Poseidon is out there, so that's a very strong possibility for the next Decepticon combiner. For the Autobots, they're pretty much out of combiners. The only one, I know that a lot of people are going to say that Raiden, I don't know how you say it, the Trainbot combiner, but for that, because he was apparently an Autobot in, like, what was it, Transformers Victory? I know Grand Galvatron is going to correct me if I'm wrong or confirm. But how do you do trains? And there's no recent toys of that. Although that's not necessarily a requirement for being in the game. But so there's that possibility. I would guess most likely they might do a Sky Rain kind of thing, because that was in Combiner Wars, and that's where a lot of the models that they used came from, which was Skylynx as a torso. And it also, it depended on whether you went with the Takara Legends or the Combiner Wars. What was it? Unite Warriors in Takara. I think Ratchet was in the Takara one, but it was what? Blue Streak, Wheeljack, Hound, and Trailbreaker. and I think Ratchet replaced one of them on those on the Takara side. So all of those bots are in the game. So if they wanted to do a Sky Rain, they could. So yes, that's right. Firefly, thank you. Galvatronus is also out there. They use Cyclonus as the torso, and honestly, they didn't really have any specific limbs because in the comics, he had the ability to basically just force anybody to become a limb. They had Astro Train, even though he wasn't in Combiner Wars as a limb bot. In the comics, they had Astro Train. I think he even grabbed a couple of Autobots. So there was some kind of extra thing there. But he did not have a specific team in Combiner Wars. Unite Warriors, though, they did. Grand Galvatron can, I'm sure, tell me. Let me see if I can remember. He had Ghost Starscream, which is kind of weird. How do you have a ghost be a part of your Combiner? Wandering Roller, which is kind of like a dead roller. What was it? Zombie War Breakdown, which I know you had as your Discord name for a while. And I can't remember the other one. I want to say it was like some other secret. What was it? Like a thrust or something? Like a dead thrust or something? Grand Galvatron is Hoist Google. Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've had a number of conversations about this, so that's why I know. Roller was not dead. Oh, okay. But who was the last one? Starscream, Roller, Breakdown, and Armada Thrust. Okay, so I was right on Thrust. I just didn't get the whole thing. So there you go. Somebody was asking about what is my headquarters on the Autobot account. It's level 17. My headquarters is 17. I have added the 17.5 buildings, you know, those spider mines and the multi defense systems, but I have not upgraded many of my defenses to the headquarters 17 level. And it's a headquarters 14 on my Decepticon account. I got it to headquarters 14 many years ago, and I stopped playing before they even brought out Prime Cores. So I don't have any Prime Cores. I hardly have any Prime Core shards on there. Hardly any 5-star shards even. So no 5-star bots. So it's quite a ways behind my Decepticon account. So I got a lot of catching up to do. Probably won't be working it super hard, but I do want to make some progress with it. So, all right. So I've been trying to think about. Yeah, we're just gonna keep going with the stream because it's fun. We're having a good time, and usually what I would do on Twitch is normally we'd get through all the Crystal Kraken, we'd kind of cut it off, and then just kind of keep going. But you know what? I don't have any plans to do that right now, so we're just going to keep going. We're just going to keep going. So what do we have to do next? Talk about the toys. Toy haul this week. Hoist hauls. Hoist hauls? Does that make sense? Hoists hauls? That's a kind of a mouthful. No, before we do that, PB2, put your Snapdragon in there. Put your Snapdragon in there, PB2. Are you still here? Yeah, you are. There you are. Put your Snapdragon in the Discord. PB2 has been building a lot of bots in Minecraft. I have never played the game myself, but he's been doing a real good job building these bots in Minecraft. And he was working on Snapdragon, but he has not revealed it because he wanted to reveal it on the stream. So let me go, and before I go, I see you posted it, but as expected, for whatever reason, I have to go readjust the stream setup. And okay, so I think we got it. Here we go. There we go. So there is PB2's Snapdragon as posted in the my Discord chat. If you're new here, I'm putting a link to the Discord in the live chat. It's also in the description of the video if you can't click it now. It's in the description of pretty much all of my recent videos. There. So yeah. So like it says there, we do loot link giveaways, toy chat, stuff like that, and you can even share user content such as this. Like that sounds so impersonal. We put other cool stuff people are made, like a Snapdragon. So he's got other ones too. Let me go ahead and go over there. So here's his other angle. Hard to tell which one is his good side. Yeah, I mean that as kind of jokingly because yeah, some people say, "Oh, take it from my good side." Yeah. So, oh, there's his good side, his backside, because he's leaving. Yeah, this is really good work. This is really good work. This is another thing. This is another thing that I never got into because I knew I would not have the patience for it. Because I see you guys do stuff like this, and it's just like, man, how do you even have the patience to do that? Because don't you have to go and like gather all of these things? You don't just have like an unlimited number of blocks and everything that you can build with. You have to like go and like actually like hit things with a pick or something, right? So that's crazy, man. That's good stuff. We'll go back over to see his good side. You can kind of see in the shadows in the back there that's where he's got all of his other bots. He built all of the Lio Kaiser bots and stuff. So yeah, good stuff. So thank you for sharing that, PPX. All right, what did I do there? I hit the wrong button. Stand by, technical difficulties. Okay, Hoist Halls. I already kind of alluded to this. Found this guy yesterday. So, one day before Red Alert. And Bumblebee movie Starscream. Very cool figure. I know you guys are going to be saying, well, I've already got Blitzwing from Bumblebee movie. Right? Same figure, right? Just a little slight tweaks. No, it's a completely different figure. They just look alike. Completely different figure. It's not remolding. It's a completely different transformation. I cannot find a single part on these two figures that are the same. Not a single part. Maybe some screws because they're just standard screws. Okay, the gun. The gun, I think, is the only thing. But other than the gun, these things are completely different figures, completely different transformations. They just look alike. So don't be thinking, hey, I've got Blitzwing. I don't need that Starscream. It's just the same thing over again in a new character. No, it's completely different. So there you go. And it is cool. When I first saw the picture of him, I was like, that's a kind of a weird thing. What it's just like, that just kind of looks dumb or whatever. But, as usual, don't judge these figures based on the pictures. Because when you get them in hand, you realize they're a lot cooler than when you first thought. Do have another comparison though, which I thought was appropriate because this is basically Cybertron Starscream turns into Tetrajet. We got one of those before, didn't we? So here he is compared to Siege, and I've got his wing kind of. So here's two different versions of Tetrajet Cybertron Starscream. We got well, I can't call it Bayformers because it wasn't a Michael Bay, a Nightformers, I guess. And the Siege Starscream. Pretty cool. I'm still kind of partial to the normal guy, but this Bumblebee movie Starscream is really good, and the colors are super sharp. I mean, the red is really red, and the blue is nice deep blue. So definitely, if you like Bumblebee movie at all or whatever, definitely get it. Now, what I will say, another thing about this Starscream, one of the biggest problems I had with Blitzwing is if you try to move his arms, of course, you tend to do this, right? So the chest doesn't stay down very well. Starscream doesn't have that problem because it works completely differently. His arms move just fine. This chest doesn't even separate like that. Only a little bit, but but that it's not, the arm's not connected to it. So don't, if you find fault with Blitzwing, don't apply that to Starscream. But I mean, if you don't like it, then that's fine. You don't have to get it. I'm not saying you gotta get it or anything. I'm just saying completely different than Blitzwing, and it's a really cool figure. So yeah, so that was what I had for my haul. Don't really have anything else toy-wise to show you, but we do have some other news to cover, because there were some other reveals today which I wanted to talk about. This is some pretty cool stuff, and don't usually talk about it much. Let's see if this button works. It's worked pretty good. There was supposed to be a little fly-out thing that says toy news or something, but that didn't seem to work. But that's okay, because it still got us to the right place where we're talking about Kingdom toy reveals. I'm sure you guys, if you've been paying attention and weren't under a rock today, you probably saw all this stuff today. But this stuff looks fun. Chris Taylor, I have not heard, did not hear anything about Rodimus today. This is new stuff. Dino Toys and Things is on it. New Titan class. And let's see, where we go. Oh my goodness, what the? Okay, so I gotta, there we go. I gotta figure a different way to change these slides. Okay, so there we go. We saw this guy. Oh, I should have grabbed that picture too. When they first revealed the Kingdom subline, they had a picture of like just a whole bunch of bots. You saw the Beast Wars Megatron, you saw Monkey Prime, you saw all these other ones which we knew were coming, but back in the distance, kind of obscured, you saw this giant, the Titan, who was kind of like the Ark. And you're like, I really hope that's going to be our Titan, and here he is. I don't think they revealed a name for him other than just Ark. But I know you probably can't see it well on here, but if you find these photos out there, and yeah, we do have a link to the report in the Discord in the toy news section. The face, if you've read the G1 comics, and if you haven't, I'm going to tell you what it's about. There's a character called the Last Autobot, and it's kind of like some spiritual ancient character. I don't remember the exact story, but he had the face that looked very much like the Autobot logo. And that's what this guy's face looks like. So it's really, really cool to see. I'm definitely going to be getting this guy because it's just so unique. I mean that, we've seen Fortress Max, we've seen Scorponok. I mean, those are all fantastic figures, but we've seen them before. This guy, this is the first time we've seen an Ark transform, but not really. Transformers animated. It wasn't. I don't think they called it the Ark because that was kind of a different story, but they had a ship that looked like the Ark. They crash landed on Earth, and that, it turns out that ship transformed into Omega Supreme. But this is the first time in a G1 styled story that we've seen the Ark actually transform, and it's really cool. Okay, we got more pictures of it. I love that they did this picture here where they basically showed the Ark crashed into the volcano. So very cool. Very cool. We've got some better pictures of the alt mode. So there you go. There's a picture of the alt mode from the front. Now some people have kind of criticized the sides. They're kind of open. You kind of see the leg gizmos, and yeah, that's a fair criticism, but I'm fine with it because I understand the limitations of things that they have to go through or whatever. Would it be nice if they had a panel to cover that up and make it a nice clean look? Sure, but honestly, I'd rather get it at the price point they're going to sell it at, which is I think it's going to be the typical Titan price point, instead of probably having to spend another $30 just to have a clean look. So, but personally, just look at it from the end or from the top or something. Just don't look at the back end. I mean, the front looks great. I mean, look at that. And yes, it's got battle damage a la Siege. But I mean, we haven't seen Kingdom yet, but we know it's going to happen. They're going to crash, so I mean, it would make sense that they'd have battle damage or crash damage or something on the front. And here's a rear view, and I'm guessing those are blast effects they have coming out of the rockets, because we didn't see them. And here, so you can see those are the rockets on his legs, and so it looks like they've got blast effects. They're going to be there for like the rockets are going. So that's really cool. And here's a little close up. Apparently, he's got in the backside, he's got like the loading ramp, and there's a tiny little, I guess, Optimus standing there, which is probably the same size as these tiny little Rodimus Prime and Galvatron things that came with the Unicron. It's probably that same size. And this is cool too. I'm pretty sure this is coming with the Arc. He is not the head that I can tell, but this is Teletran 1. A lot of people have said, based on the head shape, it looks like mainframe, or at least it could be retooled into mainframe. And yeah, definitely, I can see that. I've also seen some people saying, oh, it's just like Combiner Wars Silverbolt. And yeah, I can see where they might think that, because the shoulders do look very much like how Silverbolt's shoulders worked. But no, there's just too much different. There's no way this is just a retool of Silverbolt. Especially when you see what he turns into. But pretty cool looking robot, but even cooler alt mode. I mean, check that out. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, it's like... I mean, I got the third-party big computer thing, which is cool and all that. But I mean, to have like an official product of Teletran 1 that actually turns into a robot, and you know, having him be mainframe kind of makes sense, because mainframe is a computer term, kind of like I think it's kind of obsolete, the concept of a mainframe. Maybe not a computer, but more communications or whatever. But it's related to the whole computing information kind of stuff. So it kind of makes sense that they would use that type of a character as basically the computer of the whole Autobots arc, really, because you don't think about it, but you know, in the show they're always checking into Teletran 1, Teletran 1, Teletran 1, unless you're in Beast Wars, then it's Teletron 1. But I can see why they did that, because the 2A thing, you know, in Teletran is typically pronounced aw, that I've seen. But hey, G1 establishes as Teletran, so we're going with Teletran. But anyway, that's in the Autobot base. But what was the Autobot base other than the wreckage of the Ark? So Teletran 1 is the Ark's computer. So it makes perfect sense that Teletran 1 action figure robot would also come with the Ark. So I think that's really cool. Would he be the size of the Star Wars Millennium Falcon? I would. Well, it depends on what you mean by that. What toy-wise, there's a whole bunch of different toys. I couldn't tell you. Like fiction-wise, I would think way bigger, because Millennium Falcon is made for people, and this is made for 30-foot robots. So, yeah, he turns into a wall with computers. Yep. So, there you go. So that's basically the Ark and Teletran 1. Are they going to get more proper names other than that? Who knows? But, you know, honestly, that's probably good enough. Okay, there's been plenty of leaks of this guy going around, but here we get to see a little bit more like what he comes with. In the leaks, I don't think we got to see the Matrix on the chain on his chest. You know, so... Excuse me. And I can't remember if the leaks showed off his little cannon. I'm pretty sure they did. But I'm almost positive they did show off the extra little set of guns that he's got over there. Maybe I just missed that particular leak. But so there's Galvatron, and he definitely looks better in these official product shots than some of the leaks that have been out there, which I've heard some of them were altered to make him look intentionally doofy. So yeah, so he's looking pretty good here. And there he is, looking kind of more just posing, you know, kind of showing off his bling It will do you no good, Autobot. It cannot be opened. You know, so... Because, you know, that was a line from the movie. And, yeah. But yeah, looks pretty good. I mean, the elbow, I guess now that I look at it, kind of like where the elbows are, they're not quite perfectly seamless, but there's a lot of bots like that. But it's fine. It's fine. I like it a lot. Probably the best Galvatron toy that you're going to see coming out. I know a lot of people like that Titans Return Galvatron, but first of all, he's not supposed to be Headmaster, so I never liked that fact. And I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. I wouldn't say you're wrong if you like it, but I wasn't a super big fan of it. He had an unnecessary third alt mode, and he was an unnecessary triple changer and an unnecessary Headmaster, and whatever. Doesn't help that I had the third-party Mania King, which is like almost a perfect Galvatron, so I mean I was kind of jaded by that. But this guy looks good. So, and he's got an alt mode too, as you might expect. Look at that. That is cool. That is a good-looking alt mode for Galvatron. I think that's all. I think that's the only alt mode shot that I got. It's kind of interesting that he's got the Matrix chain kind of hanging out right there. I don't think we ever saw that in the movie. But considering that spot there, I don't know if that's where his chest actually will be, where you plug that cannon in. I don't when you actually transform the toy. I don't know if that's where the head will actually be, but in the original G1 toy, that is where the head was, so it would make sense to have the chain hanging there. So that is pretty cool. Grand Galvatron says, "I would just want the Darius with the Unicron shell. That's the little New Age Unicron. I actually have that on pre-order. That same one with the Unicron shell, because I didn't even know it existed, and you mentioned it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. So I pre-ordered it. Still waiting for it to come in. In fact, that's the thing I'm waiting for. I have not shipped my the X-Transbots Menasor, because I've got the trailer there, and I'm waiting to ship it because I'm waiting for that little Darius to come in. But yeah, okay, so next up, we're actually getting to the actual point of Kingdom, the Beast Wars, and this is Beast Wars Scorponok. Yeah, didn't we just get a Scorponok? Yeah, different guy. Kind of like Inferno and Inferno, they use the same name for it. But this guy, he does actually turn into a more Scorpion. Of course, I guess our G1 Scorponok did kind of turn into a mechanical Scorpion, right? So, what is the name of Galvatron's alt mode? Edward Hackman asks. It's called "Here's a Hint." You guys probably understand that reference. So yeah, so this is Scorponok. So there he is. Looks pretty cool. He's just kind of got like scorpion claw hands, and it looks like he's got like a rocket launcher in there. I'm sure it doesn't launch because Hasbro doesn't do that anymore, safety reasons and whatnot. But yeah, still pretty cool. And yeah, he turns into, as you might expect, a scorpion. Which honestly, this is really cool. When I was first seeing this, I'm like, man, how do they get him so slender here and so kind of beefy here? Then it occurred to me his chest is actually underneath the scorpion, and then his legs are kind of there, and then you can see kind of his arms kind of go up on the shoulder, and you can't really tell from this shot, but there are other shots. I don't think I have it in here, but there are other shots out there of his alt mode. You can kind of see the legs kind of go together and kind of go up around the edge of his tail. But anyway, this is actually pretty cool looking Scorponok. So they're really knocking it out of the park with these Beast Wars type figures. I mean, Cheetor is great, Monkey Prime is great, Megatron is great, Dinobot is great. I mean, he's kind of got the weird hands or whatever. But other than that, I mean, it's fantastic. And now Scorponok's looking great. I really wish they would have given us the Beast Wars Inferno. I mean, I love this guy, but he should have come in like Siege or Earthrise or something, and then we could have gotten like for the royalty Inferno in Kingdom. Maybe we'll get him later at some point or whatever. But I know that Inferno's got a lot of fans out there, and he's just such a ridiculous character. You gotta love him. And here's a close up of Scorponok's little chompers. So, yeah, there you go. He could be Scorponok's brother. That would be weird though, with them both being called Scorponok. Hey, Scorponok, Scorponok, get over here. Well, which one? I don't care, both of you. But now that I think about it, didn't George Foreman do that? Didn't he have like 5 kids and named them all George? Some weird thing like that. so it wouldn't be the craziest thing to name your kids the same name. Well, it's still weird, but not unheard of, I suppose. Skyward Greer, what's up, my friend? So yeah, I think that's it. We just got done talking about the Kingdom toy reveals that we just got today, or for you, I suppose it was yesterday, since you're living in the future. Yeah, I was very happy. I was going to go ahead back around look at this guy. When I saw this guy in that Kingdom promo poster, I was like, oh, please have that be a thing. Please have that be a thing. Because they've been pretty good about giving us a Titan for every line since Combiner Wars. Because we got Metroplex, then we got Triptychon, then we got Fortress Maximus, then we got... some of them were like Devastator or... No, those were in addition. Then we got like Scorponok and Omega Supreme. So this would round it out. And I was like, oh, please have that be an actual thing. That Arc turned into a robot. And here he is. Here he is, confirmed. We're getting him. And yeah. So I know some of you guys were asking about Commander Class Rodimus. We talked about him briefly a couple of weeks ago. That he wasn't included in the news today, so that's why I didn't have him in here. But I don't think there's been any news since then, other than that he's coming. He does look great. I'm going to get him because I love Hot Rod, and I still have Hot Rod here. He's got his Matrix. That's why Unicron is staying back there and hasn't taken over, because I got Rodimus, Hot Rod, sitting here with his Matrix, keeping Unicron at bay. So yeah, but yeah, I'm most excited for this guy, and I was very happy about the surprise of this guy, Teletrain 1 here. I was very, very, very surprised to see this, and very happily surprised. So yeah. Yeah, William Wilkinson's going back to where I was talking about like George Foreman. Yeah, he's got a daughter named George too. I think it's like Georgina or something. Yeah, yeah. So Skywars, yeah, I saw this drop for everyone else. Yeah. Oh man, it's been a long stream. It's been fun. A lot of stuff. This is we usually stretch this long, about an hour and a half. Just kind of we do stuff for about a half hour, 45 minutes, and then we just kind of hang out, chat about whatever. But man, we're all the way through an hour and a half later, and it's been stuff to talk about the whole way. We talked about the Decepticon account. We talked about first we talked about the news, like we always do. Then we cracked crystals on the Decepticon account. We cracked crystals on the Autobot account. Talked about the haul. We talked about the Kingdom toy reveals, and we're just now here. Wow, very cool. I like that. I like that. What is that on top of Teletran? I think that's the Sky Spy. You know what I mean? That's the Sky Spy. When they first land and they're trying to bring everybody back, and I think that's just what they call it, like the Sky Spy. When where he says he activates it and then sends it out into the world to basically investigate the life forms of the planet so that they can get the alt modes for the Transformers, and that's how they got their alt modes. It's that little thing that flies around, scans the jet, scans the truck, scans the car, and then comes back and reformats all the Autobots and Decepticons. Why did he do the Decepticons? Because he couldn't tell them apart. They just know that, hey, these are Cybertronians, they need alt modes, so that's why they did that. So that's what that is. That's that little drone that goes out and scans all the alt modes. So. Oh yeah, PB2 showing off his Snapdragon. Yeah, that extended it a little bit too. I even still have it sitting over here on the other screen. So how did I forget that? Yeah. So the other thing that we showed off, we talked about the Decepticon account, but along with that, we showed off a test. But you know, you guys seem to like it. The new colors. Like I said, definitely got some more adjustments to do to make the screen fit better. Because I mean, you can see the black bars on either side. It doesn't fit in that window very well. So definitely got a little bit more adjustment to do on that front to do all that. Plus, we also showed off the green version of the same thing. And I'm thinking of doing a red version for Autobots. But I just didn't have time to do it before today. So, and I only just set up those two particular screens for that. I did not set up the whole stream. So, and you know, I come back to this, and I really like the color because it's kind of fitting to the whole Teletran thing. But man, I gotta tell you, when I go from this or this back to this, it does kind of look a little bit it does kind of look a little bit dull, doesn't it? But there's like I said, there's work to do. I mean, even the stuff I have up over here, like what I call the ads, those are made for that size of thing. And I didn't do it on this time, but what I want to do is I want to actually push this section kind of back over to be more in. I'm actually bumping in my microphone right here. That's where my microphone is, like right there. But I want to push this section like right back over to here, so that I'm not blocking this section of the game. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, when I pull up the phone, it's like, yeah, you see my player level? No, you don't. But if I push this section and just kind of drag it over here, if only that worked in real life, man. Wouldn't that be cool if I actually acted that out and were able to pull it over? But no, I'm not that cool. But yeah, so if I actually dragged that over, you'd be able to see more of the game screen. So I've been going along with this, and it always kind of bugged me, but I wanted something a little bit unique, you know, kind of off kilter or something. But it always did kind of bug me that I was blocking that much of the screen. So I'll do all that. But I mean, you know, if I move obviously I could just drag the camera, but for right now, I mean, you can see I can still get my head right here in just a little square box, and it would fit just fine. So I don't need all this extra space up here for when I'm doing this extra little thing. Can you buy a spot on the billboard? Absolutely. Maybe I should one of my ads up there. I'll just this space for rent. And so yeah, I definitely got some tweaking to do. At the very least, I could take what I have for something like this or something like this and apply it to all of my other scenes for the time being. Before, even if I can't adjust the entire layout, I could at least apply that. Like another thing that I was noticing, and it's very glaring on like this view, the border, like at the very top, you know, it's just it's actually too wide. I'm like, I'm wasting so much space by having that big border out there, and you know, it never really occurred to me until I started messing with this. I'm like, man, why did I make that so wide? You know, so I hope I plan to keep it kind of the same, but it's not. It's going to have some pretty significant differences. Like for example, like on this iPad, most likely all the stuff that you see. I keep kind of trying to move my mouse like you guys can see it, but you can't. But all the stuff below there, like with the Decepticon symbol and the name and stuff like that, it's probably not going to be there, just because that space kind of just opened up because the phone allowed it to be there, but the iPad doesn't really allow it to be there. So I have to find some other way to do something with that. Yeah, so there's things. There's more things to think about. Anyway, so do a new Outpost bot video. I know it needs some updates. I'd have to really think about it, because if I do it, it's probably not going to look the same as what's there, just because it actually takes quite a bit of time to try to figure. Doing the editing it together is actually not super difficult, but finding the footage to show off, and enough of it, and long enough, but not too long, to fit what you're saying about them, that's the hard part. And it actually took quite a bit of time, and I was able to make those basically when I was off for a month, for reasons I don't want to, we don't need to talk about, just because it's so far in the past. But anyway, I had a lot of time to myself, and I was able to spend the time to put those together, but I don't really have that time anymore. So the Decepticon name should be Engineer Crankcase. Yeah, that would be funny, but I created the account so long ago, so it's basically the same name. Yeah, so if we go back over there, you'll see it's Eng Hoist, because I cannot fit Engineer Hoist, because it's like one character too short, even if I take out the space. So I just shortened Engineer to Eng and kept the Hoist. But I added the SG for Shattered Glass. So on this account, I am Shattered Glass Engineer Hoist, which a Shattered Glass Decepticon is a good guy. So that way I'm still a good guy on both accounts. Anyway, that was my thinking when I made the account a while back. And actually, I didn't make this one too far behind. See, 1,743 days, which is not too much farther behind. 1,771, so it was about a month. It's only about a month behind the Autobot account, because at the time, the whole factions thing, where you could play as the other side on the same account, did not exist. It wouldn't exist for another year or two. So if you were an Autobot, the only way you could play as a Decepticon would be to create another account, and vice versa. So that's where this account ultimately came from. But once you could play with the Decepticons and Autobots on the same account, I mostly abandoned it. One major difference, though, is I see people complain about, not super complain about, but quite a bit, is you can only use the combiners of your main faction. So if you have an Autobot account, you can only use the Autobot combiners, even if you have all of the Decepticons that you want to use. So that is one benefit to opening up a Decepticon account, is if you're an Autobot, is because then you can use the Decepticon combiners. So it does take a lot of work, though, because if you especially if you want to compete, and do well and actually help an alliance out or whatever, it takes a lot of time, not just to play one account, but to play two. I mean, so before you go and start and think you're going to go and be super strong on two different accounts, realize it's a lot of time. So, are there two Snapdragons walking around? I don't think so. Somebody said there were two Grapples walking around. Oh yeah, look at that. There's one. They've taken up residence on opposite sides of the base. So One's going around the corner over there. He's actually going into the arc. He's probably going to work to put him together to where he can turn into that Titan. And then the other guy, the other grapple, he lost track. Oh, there he is. Oh, look, they're going to crash into each other. Oh, no, he turned at the last second. So yeah, dueling grapples. Oh, I thought he was going to go over and talk to him like he's a supervisor. It's like, hey, what are you doing over here? You're not supposed to be over here working. So. Oh, man. Should have brought some water. My mouth's getting dry while I was talking. Well, guys, I think we're going to call it quits for today. Thank you all for being here. It's been fun. Thank you to the couple people who gave super chats during the stream. I thought it recorded who that was, but it didn't show. I'm pretty sure it was. I want to say it was Grind Time and TG something. I don't know if I can scroll back farther. Anyway, thank you to you guys for the super chats, and yeah. So, yeah, it's definitely time to get off. My mind's not working as well. Two scrapples, I was about to say. Now my mouth's not working. Alright. Thank you guys for being here. We'll be back here again next week. Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Right here on YouTube. I'm Engineer Hoist. Keep rolling, my friends. And we'll see you next time.